Hi, welcome to Inside the Scary Mind of a Writer, and I'm Adina Lev, the writer. This is episode 30 of my ongoing series of getting my name out there. I'm giving people insight to how I think and what goes on in the process of writing a book. A lot of processes start with life experiences. And I'm told I have a very interesting life experiences because I seem to be almost like a Forrest Gump without being a Forrest Gump. Point an example. About 6 weeks ago, I started having trouble breathing, shortness of breath. Now, I need to point out that I was an EMT for 15 years, 9 years with the squad, and in that 15 years, the rest with the Mercer County Corrections as an EMT for the Mercer County Emergency Response Team. Yes, MERT. So, during my tenure as an EMT, 9/11 happened, and I was at ground zero on day 5. Now, the reason it's important to put out what day you were there, people on day 1, day 2 had cancer, and pretty much all of them are dead. Day 3, less intense cancers, less intense problems. Day 4 and day 5, by day 5, we're just seeing minor respiratory illnesses. Not that you can really call it minor because it's sarcoidosis. And I know when I have a flare up that I go on nebulizer treatments, I go on steroids until it calms down and I can breathe again. Well, 6 weeks ago, I really couldn't be bothered trying to get the book out. My number 3 child is getting ready to have her baby, and so we're gearing up for that so that I can take a week off from North Carolina to be in New Jersey to help her out. So I ignore the trouble breathing. You moms know what this is like. So 5 weeks into this, my sister calls me, I've had a heart attack. Oh my God. Uh, I can't go down there. I can't go up to New Jersey to be with you. I'm so sorry, but I got to be in New Jersey with my daughter, and it's just not going to happen. But she was in good hands. She was in the hospital, really great hospital. 3 of her kids were there, so I figured she was in good hands. All right, so fast forward, Jason's born on Halloween. Yay! And I'm up there helping out my daughter. And my sister calls. Now, mind you, she's had a heart attack. She's had to have the was it cardiac cath. They unblocked one completely blocked artery. She's got another blocked artery and all this in the air. Oh my God. 2 weeks after she has her heart attack, she calls and says, our father has died from a heart attack. So now I'm having difficulty breathing, slight chest pains that I attribute to my lungs. And now this. Oh my God. When two people in your immediate family have had heart attacks, not died, one died, the other lived, had heart attacks, you start freaking out. I got home from being with the new baby and a few days later, and that next day I was at my cardiologist. The cardiologist, within there's 3 days left in that week, she had me set up for a CAT scan, a echocardiogram, a EKG, everything. Within space of 5 days, I had so much radiation I was probably glowing in the dark. So they tell me, okay, the CAT scan's inconclusive. We need to see behind the shadows. So we're going to do a cardiac cath. So that was done Friday. Today's Sunday. Yeah, no, don't have. We had to rule out heart problems, have no heart problems. In the course of a week. That is how intense sometimes my life is. So, no heart problems. It's all lung problems. Thank you, 9/11. I 9/11 was an experience. It was an experience because it was a devastation. And my crew was me, Sandy Farkas, and to this day, I don't know who our driver was. He was from the other squad, 142. I was on 146. He was our driver that day. What a lot of people don't understand is during 9/11, things were still happening. Life was still going on. Babies were being born, people were dying, and people were calling 911. And in light of what was going on with FDNY being overwhelmed, they did a tri-state all call. They literally called for everybody, every state in the area to send rescue squads. And our crew volunteered. It was me, Sandy Farkas, It was a longtime squad member, God rest her soul, she's passed, and our driver. We don't know who our driver was. So we started out at Chelsea Pier. There was a caravan. The most eerie thing in the world that I saw was going through the Lincoln Tunnel, and there were no cars. Everything was done. It was nothing but ambulances going through, and we were a huge caravan, bigger than the Mexican caravan, I think. Bad idea. So we started at Chelsea Pier, and a rescuer came to our rig. We were the back end of the rig. She had inhaled something. She was from another country. She was on a group of rescuers that go all over the world when these kind of tragedies happen. She gets in the rig. We listen to her because she inhaled a bunch of junk, and you can hear lungs that you can hear rattling in one of her lungs. And we recommended go to a hospital. Nope, there's still work to do. There could still be people under that rubble. We have to go. I have to be there for it. Wow, that was intense. So then our crew, they start dispersing crews to different areas, and my crew was literally 1 block away from ground zero. The tower was here. We came down the street, turned left, and we were at the smoldering towers. It was surreal. If anybody asked me, it was surreal. It was like being at the back lot in Universal Studios where they blow up buildings and things like that. For Sandy, she was devastated. Sandy was old enough that she saw when the towers opened. She had lived in New York City during that time, and to see them come down like this, it was devastating. She was crying. But it was day 5, and we were told we don't need to wear masks because, well, most of the stuff is settled and they're not seeing a whole lot of garbage, so you're fine. Yeah, we weren't. Day 5, sarcoidosis. And for me, it's not only in my lungs, but it's in my spleen, it's in my liver. Yeah, so interesting thing for me there. Done with the pity party. If you can see behind me, you see all the stuff getting ready for the holidays. And at the same time, I'm trying to get my book published. Now I haven't got a publisher. I'm doing the self-publishing, right? Now the self-publisher. Oh, before I go back, life experiences where they're doing the cath. This is the part with the scary mind. They're doing the cardiac cath. So you're laying there, and your body is part of the operating table. They clean you up, and they put these gowns over you, these drapes. Don't move. They literally tie down your arms. You got pipes and wires and hoses and everything coming out of all over the place. And so you're laying there, and I'm laying there looking up at the ceiling. And I'm noticing all the equipment is on tracks and rails. The lights are on rails, the cameras are on rails, the x-ray machine is on rails. And I notice there's a screw missing on one of the light covers. And I ask anybody, hey, anybody see that screw that's loose? So of course running through my mind is, oh my God, that screw fell out into some person and now they're running around with a screw inside their body. And then I noticed that they don't have Siri on any of this stuff. This is all hand controlled, not remote controlled or computer controlled. It's not like Siri, move the table 4 degrees left. Siri, lift the table high and lift it low. Yeah. No, none of that. Can you imagine if somebody hacked into a computer controlled operating room? Yeah, this is the crap that's going through my mind when the surgeon starts cutting. And I'm thinking to myself, oh God, please don't let the screw fall on me. Don't let somebody remote control this stuff. Oh my God. Yes, scary thoughts going through my, but you can see where the book starts from that. With somebody's laying on an operating table of this state of the art operating room that's everything is voice controlled, including the lasers that cut into people and things like that. And somebody hacks in and starts manipulating the table and just making the lasers go. We're not too far from that. We are so not too far from that. And that will be a scary book if somebody hasn't already written. I'm sure somebody already has. Probably James Patterson or somebody's gone into that already. But yes, I am right on track for getting my book out this year. And if you've ever self published, they try to make it very easy for you. They really do. They being Kindle and Amazon's self publishing, they try to make it very easy, but you bash your head because the formatting needs to be changed. You need to make sure the pages are right. And then after all the formatting is done, upload it and it changes it to how it should be in a book with headers and footers and page numbers and all these other things. And you got to go through page by page yet again and write down the changes. And then go back to the manuscript, make those changes, then upload it again. So it is a why. This has been a very long video. This will make up for me missing last week because, well, Hell Week. Health Hell Week. And if you like my video, if you find it interesting, thumbs up. If not, thumbs down. Tell me why. Ask me questions. And I will hopefully be able to talk to this computer again next week. Y'all be safe out there and have a great holiday. Bye.